everyone. This is Sport Africa. My name is Ashalelwa Femi. This is where we talk about everything football and other sporting story, the biggest ones on the continent of Africa. Once again, welcome. It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. I hope your week has been awesome. And of course, everything you set out to shoot this week have actually come into fruition. James Agberebi is here, and today we have a whole lot on the plate for you that will be sufficient enough for everyone to go around. James, you're welcome to the show once again.
Yeah, thank you, Femi. Happy to be on today's edition.
All right. Okay. So, our viewers across the world, let's take you through what we do right here on Sport Africa. Please don't forget to follow Sport Africa. Remember the sport without the S and Africa with the K. Sport without the S, then Africa with the K. Please do not just watch our videos. Please subscribe to our channel. You can click on that notification button so that you get the video as soon as they drop. Okay, so what we do right here on the show is we take you through the continental roundup. Then we have the big talking points. Then, of course, we take you through the big game of the weekend. This weekend, we will be going to, of course, far away in Egypt. And then our star in diaspora today, we'll be taking a trip down to Nigeria. We'll be going to Atalanta. Yeah, your guess might be as good as mine already. Okay, so let's take you through what we have for you on the show today. Now, of course, the crisis between the Fecafoot and the Cameroonian government regarding the appointment of Marc Brys for the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon is fast escalating. Yeah, Samuel Eto'o has said he will not sign the contract for Marc Brys because the Fecafoot wasn't part of the recruitment process. Then we heard that Rivers State government, of course, the owners of Rivers United have reportedly fired Coach Stanley Eguma. I'll be telling you why that decision must have been taken. Then today, we'll be going to Ghana. Yes, something not very, very palatable about Ghana, the sports ministry right there in Ghana. So much to talk about on the show. This is just a snippet of what we have for you on the show today. James, let's get started. Of course, remember, we've said a lot about the incident between the Fecafoot and the Cameroonian government, where, as a matter of fact, media reports have been pointing directly to the Cameroonian president, Paul Biya, saying that henceforth, it will be the one to decide who coaches the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon. And of course, that was how Marc Brys came into the picture. Now, Samuel Eto'o, we heard, according to Kick 24, they've said that he has refused to sign Marc Brys' contract because, like I said in the intro, Fecafoot wasn't carrying along in the recruitment process. But Marc Brys, while addressing the media, he actually said he has a contract and he is actually ready to interface with Samuel Eto'o, meet with Samuel Eto'o and the team. But he said he will not chase anyone around. The Indomitable Lions, they have Cape Verde and Angola coming up in the 2020 World Cup qualifier. James, this is a very, very bad omen. It means that even Samuel Eto'o and the team of Fecafoot officials wouldn't be attending the games.
Yeah, it's a very sad one. It's very messy now, and well, I don't know. Maybe because of the kind of coach they just hired, I don't think a coach that is worth the salt. After sensing what is happening, the environment seems hostile. I think a coach who is worth his salt will just walk away and resign because there's no point. The FA, the Fecafoot, and the sport ministry there is like they're not seeing eye to eye. An appointment was made, and the Fecafoot, they were not the officials of the Fecafoot, they were not carried along. Now Samuel Eto'o has come out to say he's not going to sign. He's not going to. He doesn't recognize the new coach. Which means the only thing that what this means now is it's going to affect the national team. The World Cup qualifiers around the corner, and when it's not stable, I mean, just imagine what do we expect the players to do? We also what they did at the last half, they pour out in. Forget the fact that they qualified from the group stage. It was a pour out in, and they really want them to start to resume the World Cup qualifiers on a good note. But I mean, when the people who are supposed to put in order are at each other's throats, I mean, these are the kind of things you see. So for me, it's not going to go well if they don't put their acts in order. I mean, it's about power play. Everybody is just trying to show that it can't be pushed around. So, Femi, I don't know. we keep hearing things like this. We keep fighting about things like this in off the pitch incidents. Like it's more prevalent, especially in the sub-Saharan African country compared to other parts of the world. I mean, it's like people just want to just get to a position of power and just stay there, even though they are not contributing anything. So since Eto came in, that's why I said in one of our previous edition, I said I think it would have been better if Eto can just step aside, because nothing is working. We've been clamoring about ex-internationals. They can do it, but I mean, this one is there's nothing happening in that side of. There's nothing coming from that side. It's everything. Just every day we keep hearing different things. So what's the point? If I'm in his shoes, I will just walk away and just it's not a must because a lot of people don't want to. Honestly, Femi, it's sad. Honestly, very very sad.
Okay. Okay. A lot of, like you said, a lot of people have actually made that suggestion, but some are accusing Samuel Eto'o as holding tight to power as much as those who decided the appointment of Marc Brys. Of course, you can see the picture right there. Marc Brys met with Manchester United goalkeeper Andre Onana. You can see the picture right there. And James, some people have actually been blaming Samuel Eto'o for all this. As the head of the FECO foot, look at the kind of allegations that has been put forward to FIFA and CAF about him, even allegations as grievous as match fixing. So some are saying that it means that even the Cameroonian government do not even rate Samuel Eto'o himself. And that is why they could actually decide to take the wheel, because they've literally taken the wheel of the FECA foot from him. Remember, even Rigobert Song was a decision of the government, not Samuel Eto'o. So we later found out that it was a decision of President Paul Biya and not even Samuel Eto'o. So, but he was forced to work with Rigobert Song, now Marc Brys, and he's saying enough is enough. Would you jump on the bandwagon and also blame Samuel Eto'o for all this, but you just think that is the high-handedness of the government?
Well, it's a two-way thing. We've heard of accusations against Samuel Eto'o that nothing has been proven yet. It's all allegations, so we cannot say because in some quarters they're accusing him of match fixing, but nothing. There's no evidence to it, so you cannot hold on to that. So maybe if you look at it from this angle, maybe Samuel Eto'o is stepping on too many toes. Maybe he's somebody that is very confrontational and outspoken. Sometimes when you have people like that, I mean, you have enemies around you. That's just one fact. Because you want to do things, or because you sense the people working with you, they are not people you can trust. So, and he's an employee of the setup. So no matter how you want to try and fight the system, I mean, the system will always fight you back, and at the end of the day, you'll be the one they will frustrate you. So that could be part of some of the things Samuel Eto'o is going through. Because I remember when he first came on board, I think he laid off a lot of people, and when you start on a footing like that, Femi, I'm telling you, just be ready. If you don't have the necessary backing, you will just be someone that is just doing your own thing, and you see that nothing is working. So, like I said, I think it's like Eto'o against the system now. From the way I'm looking at it, a lot of things just not like I still don't want to frustrate him. Why should the government be in charge of appointing what is it called coaches, or even imposing coaches, and stuff like that? I remember way back when Rigobert was called out of retirement. We later found out that it was the president that asked him to come back.
Yeah.
So it means yes. So I mean, so it means as a coach or a FECA foot president, you don't even have a say. So maybe that's what Eto'o is trying to fight. But like I said, Eto'o will only end up fighting against at the end of the day. But we know the way things are run back there in Africa, especially the sub-Saharan side. At the end of the day, we just have to leave the place because the frustration and everything just we don't allow him to do what he plans to do.
Okay, so maybe you might see that maybe even the match fixing allegation will be a witch hunt. Let's wait and see. Just let's take a trip down to Nigeria. Stanley Guma is been with was with Sharks, then now with Rivers United. We heard last night that he was fired after people in the diaspora, even people on the continent, who really do not know Rivers United. They participated in the CAF Confederations Cup this season. They got knocked out in the quarterfinals by olders, USM Alger, whose case is still with the Court of Arbitration for Sport. You remember regarding what happened with RS Bekane over the jersey and all that. So Rivers United last season, they couldn't win the Nigerian Professional Football League. I think they finished third during the playoff. Then they got knocked out in the quarterfinals of the CAF Confederation Cup as this season. Now, James, of course, I'm just taking through or walking through our listeners or viewers across the world about this. Because of their participation on the continent, they have 6 outstanding games, and out of that 6 outstanding games, the only way they would return to the continent next season is to win all the 6 matches. Now, they've played 3 out of the 6, and they've only been able to win 1. James, I think that must have been the last straw that broke the camel's back for Eguma or the Rivers State government. I do not even know. But you have to say that still an allegation is a report that we read. But hopefully by this weekend, then by Monday, of course, we'll have had the clarity of the picture. But James, would you say this is justified? It's been there for a while. I think they are not just the government is not just satisfied with what Eguma has done so far.
Eguma has been there for ages.
Yeah,
I think
over 10 years now, I think.
Yes. So for me, I think it's too hasty. Why not allow him see out the season? Then at least you start on a clean slate. At least you know that okay, at the end of the season, he will be laid off. But
mind you, this is not Bayern Munich. This is not Bayern Munich. This is Africa.
I know, but the season is gradually coming to an end. If not for this game in hands, and so how many? So for me, I think he has paid his dues for the club, and I don't fancy this way in which he has been asked to leave. I mean, they just tossed him aside. But that's the name of the game. It's about result, and if the result are not coming
James,
in.
if you look at the position, sorry to cut in. If you look at the position, Rivers United are currently on the MPFL table. You would want to do that because it takes a lot to even to fly this team across the continent, and then you got knocked out in the quarterfinals as you were in the last season. Now in the MPFL, in the domestic league, you're also not doing well. I do not think Eguma leaves the state government with too many options.
No choice. Yes, I know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you want to look at how long he has spent and what he has achieved, I'm just looking at the manner in which he was asked to leave. For somebody who has been a loyal servant to the club. But like I said, that's the name of the game. No matter, it's about what you are doing presently. That's what counts, not what you've done in the past. So even the great Pep Guardiola, if Man City if they start to fumble and the result are not coming in, forget about the treble and whatever that he has. They will ask him to leave. That's the name of the game, So I think it has been a very difficult season for Rivers United, and I'm not surprised that they've asked him to step aside. So I wish they would have allowed him to just see out the remainder of the season. That at least you plan. At least that okay, going to the next season, you're like starting afresh, on a clean slate. But asking him to leave, who is that person that's going to come in now and turn things around? Maybe the assistant to just, So I wish him all the best. At least I believe that there are clubs who will be looking out for him. I mean, he's a tested and trusted hands in the league. He has been on the continent. He has not just been too lucky to go that far, like get to the semi-final. It's always the knockout stage, the group stage, So they feel they've seen enough, and all we're going to do is just wish him all the best, and hope he will come back.
I think
join on that club side.
Yeah, I think Rivers, they have a competent because in their second group game, the game that actually qualified them for the quarterfinals in the CAF Confederations Cup, I should say, Eguma was absent, and of course they were able to do it. But like I said, it's still allegation. So within Saturday and Sunday, hopefully we will get a clarity of the matter. James, let's take a trip now from Nigeria to Ghana. Let's talk about the recently concluded World Athletics Relays in the Bahamas, where, of course, you have Nigeria, South Africa, Ghana, Namibia, pick tickets to the Paris Olympic Games. Now, we are hearing, according to journalist Gary Alsmith, that the four representatives who ran for Ghana in the 4x100 meters actually self-funded to the competition. I'll just read their names. The quartet of Ibrahim Fusaini, Isaac Botsio, Benjamin Azamati, and Joseph Paul. He said they actually self-funded, and that has been confirmed by Ghana Sports Minister. I'm talking about Mustafa Usif, who has said that the country will refund the guys. James, do you think that athletes in Africa are indulging authorities? Because I believe that if a time comes that athletes say, if we are to represent our country in this competition and we do not get logistics, and all the necessary preparations, within a week to that competition, then we aren't going. Do you think it should get to that point where athletes have to begin to somehow even hold the authorities accountable? Because the sports ministry in Ghana would not say that they are not aware that there's going to be a world athletics relay in the Bahamas and the things that are even at stake. And look at this guy, despite the fact that they're self-funded, they were still able to pick a ticket to the Paris Olympic Games.
Femi, like Nigeria, like Ghana. One thing about these athletes is if you say you want to,
the Athletic Federation of Nigeria actually sponsored this Latin, though it also complained of a paucity of funds, but at least they were able to maintain them. As a matter of fact, the Athletics Federation of Nigeria, the president Okowa, was supposed to be there. He said he couldn't go because of paucity of funds, but the technical people, the coaches and all that, they ensured that they were there in the Bahamas, and the country was able to pick up four tickets.
A good one for them. Maybe they are getting back to their senses, after a lot of criticisms. Back to the Ghanaian athletes. Femi, it's one thing, you can't blame this athlete, because if you say you want to wait for the ministry, I mean, you're not going to get anything done. It's your career now. It's about you, your career, how you succeed. That's why you see them dipping hand into their own pocket to get out money. Because if you keep on waiting for the ministry, you're not going anywhere. I mean, just like what you said, it's not as if they don't know. They know, they are aware of this relays. But all you keep hearing is lack of funds. But when it comes to the Black Stars, I mean, funds always be made available. But when it comes to other other sports. I remember during the Africa Games, some of the bikers for the cyclists for Team Ghana, they were complaining that they didn't get what is it called, their bikes, and yes, so you just goes to show you that the other sports are not really giving the kind of attention that they should get, But when it comes to football, I mean, everybody focuses on football and leaves the other sport. And you have talented athletes in other sports. I mean, look at these relay guys.
What actually happens there? Even in football,
and they are not even getting results. Look at the athletes. Despite the fact that with all the obstacles, they were still able to qualify for the Olympics through sheer determinations, commitment, focus, because they know that sometimes they just overlook the ministry, and so when they now come out and start complaining, you now target them and try to blackmail them and show them aside. These are people who are ready to do everything to make sure that the country's flag is represented at the highest for it to be a huge tournament like the Olympics. But the people who are supposed to make things easy for them, are they doing it? No. So for me, Femi, it's a good one for the guys. I think they should not relent. They should just know that this is about their career. Do not allow the sports ministry to ruin it for them.
Okay, I know that before the end of the world will come, I hope that one day Africa will just decide that we've had enough of mediocrity and begin to do things right. James, let's stay with Ghana, if you want to call out a Dutch-born Ghanaian footballer, Jeremy Frimpong. I think he has caught the anger of some Nigerians. We know that this season, his health is been very, very critical for Bayer Leverkusen winning their first Bundesliga title in 120 years. Yeah, we know that yesterday they qualified for the final of the Europa League, extending their unbeaten record to 49 in all competitions.
Yeah.
But how dare him? Some Nigerians are saying, how dare him come out to say that Ghana jollof is better than Nigeria's jollof, it's better than pasta, it's better than pizza, it's better than, okay, let me say it's better than German kebab. He said it's better than ice cream and even Chinese food. And the Nigerians are warning that he shouldn't start a war that he wouldn't win. James, Jollof Boy is back again. The World Cup qualifier is just around the corner. But Nigerians are warning. They say, Mr. Man, just stick to what you do on the field and stay out of this league completely. On the lighter note now.
Yeah, we've heard other people, top celebrities who have gone in favor of the Nigerian jollof. So everybody will pick their own. So it's I don't know, this jollof thing is I think we should take it very serious because it's really it has gone global now, and this one is just up on it and make it just brand
James,
it or
I think we should do an international competition. Let's bring the best chef across the world and let's have Nigeria jollof.
Yeah,
Ghana jollof.
like Nigeria, Ghana.
Then I
yes,
think there
like
should be some kind of cooking. Then they decide which one is tastier.
Exactly, but the truth is, you will never get nobody. The result will still be contested. That's the thing about it. So it's just upping on the trend. That is something that is out there. Everybody's jumping on it, so it wants to be part of the action. We've seen sports personalities, top celebrities, jump on it, and you say, okay, he has a Ghanaian ancestry, and say why not? So it's fun. That Nigeria, Ghana, they're taking something outside Africa, and it has become global. Everybody wants to be part of it, and I know the moment he said that, you see how the thing became a trend. People were like, because they know that once they make that statement, people will. I know Nigeria and Ghanaians will be at each other's throats now, and so it's a good one. So and also congratulations to Bayer Leverkusen, congratulations to Frimpong and Nigerian contingent and other African players in Bayer Leverkusen. They keep on breaking records, now 49 games unbeaten, and hopefully they will finish the season unbeaten. It's a remarkable feat. Not even the great Bayern Munich ever achieved this, and for a team that never won the Bundesliga before, and they've just done that, and they're the final of the DFB Pokal and the Europa League. I mean, this is a massive achievement for them in this season.
Yeah, of course. So Jeremy Frimpong, Dutch-born player of Ghanaian descent. Nigerians are saying, please stick to what you do on the field of football. Leave Nigeria and Ghana jollof. As far as they are concerned, they say Nigeria jollof is the best. Let's take a quick break. When we return, we'll be talking about our big game of the weekend. We told you we'll be taking into Egypt this weekend. Please stay with us. Welcome back. It's still Sport Africa. Of course, we've been having fun and we've been doing serious talking. We've been to Cameroon, we've been to Ghana, and we've been to Nigeria today on the show. Now, James, let's talk about the game of the weekend between Al Masry versus Pyramid. Of course, surprising enough, James, Pyramid are on the verge of winning the Premier League in Egypt. Yeah, they call their own top flight Premier League. It's first versus second on the table. Pyramid, they are first, then Al Masry second. These two countries, these two clubs, I should say, they have pedigree on the continent. We've heard them participate in CAF Champions League and CAF Confederations Cup. But Pyramid, they have two outstanding matches, but still leading with 4 points on top of the table. So head to head, we've had Al Masry won 20 matches in the previous games. Then we have a Pyramid one. Of course, Pyramid, they have won 25. So head to head, Pyramid have the advantage, James. Would you still say Pyramid would take this? But remember, it's very tight at the top of the table, and it's first versus second. Pyramid first, the Al Masry second on the table. Zamalek, people are saying, where is Zamalek? What's happening?
Where's Zamalek? Where's Al Ahly too? Not only Zamalek.
Yeah.
So It's a good one. At least not the usual suspects who are running the show. I mean, it goes to show that there are other teams too. And in the league, who can hold their own, just like what we saw in Ghana for like 3 seasons now. The Ghanaian league has, I mean, some teams have just shoved the heavyweights aside and they're running the show there. So for this season, this is what is happening in the Egyptian league. Pyramids is going to be a top of the table clash, and I think they will do everything possible to make sure that they maintain that momentum and the game in hands to another advantage for them. So it's going to be a close call, but with the form Pyramids are what they are doing now, I think they will not want to slip up because what better position we can't. I don't think they will think of they don't even want to think of relinquishing that position because nothing is
Absolutely,
guaranteed
yeah.
for them next season because the heavyweights, they don't stay out for too long. They will bounce back and so it's a big opportunity for them. And I don't think Amazri is that team that's going to truncate their quest to become league champions. It's going to be a tough call, a tough match, no doubt about it. But I think they've done enough to after getting to this position. I don't think they want to slip up now because they're always getting on this home stretch, and they do everything possible to nick this one and I
Okay.
don't know become league champions.
Okay. James, we have Zamalek in the CAF Confederations Cup final. Then we have Al Ahly in the CAF Champions League final. Do you think these are distractions for these two teams, and that is why it is reflective in their performance in the Premier League in Egypt?
Yeah, it's possible. Because sometimes you cannot. Your focus is. We've seen big teams who have been able to maneuver their way in on the continent and also in the domestic league. But sometimes it's not always like that in every season. There are some seasons that fine you have a good run in both competitions, and there are some seasons you just have to focus on one. And I think that's what has happened to Zamalek and the Al Ahly. So at least whichever way, at least they know that they will try and finish the season on a high. Al Ahly in the CAF Champions League final, that was a good way to end the season. Zamalek two heavyweights. So it just happened that the two of them they just have to sacrifice their league displays for the continent, and
For
so
continental
yeah, to
dreams, yeah.
continental glory. So that's what it is, and at least they've gotten to the final. So it's a good way to definitely it's a win-win for everybody. You cannot have it all. We've seen cases where Zamalek did well on the continent and also in the league. Al Ahly too, they've done it countless times, But this season, it's a different kettle of fish. So let's
Okay,
just
okay.
focus on it and let's see how things pan out.
Yeah, so if we have those two teams win their respective competitions, that means the CAF Super Cup is going to be between Zamalek and Al Ahly. So let's talk about our stand diaspora before we go today on the show. Of course, we are taking a trip back from North Africa to West Africa in Nigeria. Ademola Lookman, let's talk about this guy. James, if they say if you're looking for a typical example of resilience, someone who wouldn't give up, I think you can point to Ademola Lookman and his stand diaspora today. Someone who had a failed career at Everton, they are Leipzig. I went to Leicester City on loan before I went back to RB Leipzig. Then before he decided to join Atalanta on a permanent deal. I'm sure when he made that move, a lot of people were shocked. Going to arguably the most physical league in Europe and one of the most physical in the world. But this season, yesterday he scored, grabbed an assist, and helped Atalanta to the Europa League final where they'll be facing Bayern Leverkusen. And in the 116-year history of Atalanta, this is going to be their first European final. So you can see how much he's been part of the success story of this club. I'm sure no one gave him a chance. This season, he has got 12 goals and 8 assists. For someone who was a reject at Everton, even Leicester City, because Leicester didn't permanent his deal when he went there on loan, and RB Leipzig, here Atlanta is doing wonderful things. And the 2023 AFCON, he helped Nigeria to the final and was one of the 3 Super Eagles players who made the CAF best 11. So a lot to say about Ademola Lookman, James.
Yeah, congratulations to him and his teammates. They're also in the final of the Coppa Italia, and in the semi-final he had a
Okay.
hand
Where they
in this
play, I think they
in
faced Juventus.
Yes, so he has been instrumental for them. 12 goals, 8 assists in all competitions in 40 games. I mean, for somebody that's not even a striker, I mean, his goal contribution for the club has been massive. Last season he did very well. This season too, he has shown that he wasn't a fluke, wasn't a flash in the pan. He's one of their key players. And for me, the funniest part is sometimes he doesn't even start. He comes off the bench and he always his impact. So and it was massive for them again against Marseille, scoring and
Olympic
grabbing an
Marseille.
assist.
Yeah.
Yeah, and helping the club to reach their first ever European Cup final. I checked their honors, what they've won as trophies. Femi, their trophy cabinet is not something that is attractive. No disrespect to
It's
them. One Coppa
occupied in the
Italia.
negative sense.
Most of their trophies have been maybe Serie B, Serie C titles. The major ones, the only major trophy they have is the Coppa Italia, and that was way back years ago. So, which better way to have the opportunity of getting their hands on another trophy? Because it's been a long time that they celebrated anything. So he has been a key player, and some people are even saying he should be in the running for the CAF Player of the Year because he has been massive. He has been massive for both club and country. So I know that's going to be a very big tough one. But let's see how things pan out. But I won't be surprised if he's shortlisted for a CAF Player of the Year because he has been massive for Nigeria, the Super Eagles, and also for Atalanta.
Okay, of course, you can ask Jan Jasperini, Atalanta coach, about Ademola Lookman. Nigerians are celebrating. They are saying it's a win-win for them already because if either Atalanta or Bayer Leverkusen, or at least Bayer Leverkusen has two Nigerians, Victor Boniface and Nathan Taylor, and of course Atalanta they have Ademola Lookman. So they are saying either one. Of course, they will have a winner in the Europa League this season. James Agberebi, thank you so much for your analysis on the show. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Femi. I'll see you next time.
All right, so our fans across the world, thank you so much for your support. We do not take it lightly at all. Please don't forget to subscribe to Sports Africa. Please subscribe. Do not just watch our video. We've said many times, if there is any issue that regarding sport that you want us to talk about in your locality, in your country, please indicate in the comment section. We always read them, and of course, we take to heart all the things that you've mentioned. If there is even a local league in your country or your locality where you think the opposition is stiff, tell us. It could be a big game of the weekend. Please do not forget, don't just watch, subscribe to our channel, click on that notification button there so that you can get the video as soon as they drop. I wish you all a wonderful weekend. Enjoy yourself and take time to rest. We'll see you all on Monday by God's grace. Bye for now.